And also the medicine sent to my house a day after. Yeah.
So speedy, so quick.
So quick, I'm really surprised. That's the only I appreciate to my country, that one.
Not the only.
Welcome to your channel, Cross Cultural Institute, berdiri tegak di tengah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Senang sekali saya bisa kembali di channel Cross Culture. Berbahagia sekali bahwa pertemuan hari ini saya bisa bertemu dengan Ibu Saito. Beliau adalah Chief Executive dari Aots. Nah, saya kira kita semua tahu apa itu Aots, ya, dan perannya di Indonesia. Tapi lebih jauh saya ingin menggali apa itu Aots untuk kepentingan Anda semua. Oke? Halo Saito-san.
Hai, halo Ari-san.
Terima kasih ya atas kesempatannya. Arigato for this opportunity. And we are very happy to meet you today. And for this, I'm going to say thank you very much for this one, for your opportunity, for your time. And could you introduce yourself? When did you come to Indonesia and what do you do here?
Well, actually, I'm the second woman. The first person was Mrs. Furuhashi. Yes,
Okay.
Subumu Shimura-san.
Okay. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah. But only less than 2 years.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to be here as the second woman Kepala-Kantor of Aots curriculum. And I came to Jakarta last year, the end of June, which means the very moment when started pandemic. And when I came here, Jalan Sudirman, nobody was there. and before I learned any Bahasa Indonesia, PPKM was my first. Bahasa Indonesia, PPKM, and Peduli Lindungi, and Protokol Kesehatan, and all those COVID-related words were the first Bahasa Indonesia I learned.
Okay.
Yeah, and now it's hampir 1 tahun.
Okay.
1 tahun, and I really look back to this 1 year is actually very short. So drastically changed. From pandemic, I remember when it was pandemic, the former Kepala-Kantor was Masaki Tanaka-san, and I could see him face to face. And actually, he was the only person I could see. I could meet face to face, and he kindly told me a lot of things to do as a Kepala-Kantor, but and he kindly introduced me to many people, but all in online. So can you imagine? I had no one single name card, and so. Yeah, and it was very strange period, but as time goes by, the pandemic, but gradually, and things are getting back to normal. Even though there was Omicron once again, but now, as you see, we are getting back to almost normal at this moment. I'm very glad that finally Aots can prepare normal type of programs, not only online but offline as before. But to like sama seperti the keyword for the G20 in Bali, that we will recover together and we will recover stronger, which means that we won't go back to we don't simply go back to sebelum pandemic, but we want to make the best of our experience selama pandemic. So which means we Aots would like to implement Aots program together with the kind of hybrid, together with to make our program more stronger, using both merit of the merit of both online and offline. And sometimes offline is good, but sometimes online is convenient. So it is. Let's say it's a good change, and we have to make the best of this opportunity, best of our experience. Yes. Yeah, that's what we are thinking.
Okay, before we talk about the Aots program, I would like to let us know your experience, especially when you arrive in Indonesia. What is the most interesting thing and the most thing that you don't understand, or thing that you don't like here? What is that?
Okay, most interesting thing I found is the how the Indonesian people are fast and quick in adapting the new situation.
Okay.
I really recognized it through pandemic, because let's say the peduli lindungi or any application, or even though I had to spend my PPKM period in here, separating from my family in Japan, I didn't feel very lonely. Of course, I felt lonely, but thanks to the Indonesian technology, and thanks to I think you call it gotong royong. Gotong royong way of thinking. Even though I was in a sense, even though I was isolated physically, but I didn't feel I didn't feel any lonely mentally. I could use I could use, let's say, sorry for being too practical, but I could use Go Food.
Online shopping.
Yeah, online shopping, Ovo, and so I could taste so many delicious Indonesian food without going out. And I could communicate with Indonesian friends, like the high members or and any other private or business related people. And even though I could not see them, but I still could communicate with them. And technically, from technical point of view, technology, especially about the EC market, the EC market was great help for me. And also the spirit of gotong royong really helped me. Even though I could not see my staffs quite often, they also helped me a lot. They really cared about how am I settled and how is my family going in Japan, and it was really makes me cry.
What is the worst thing that you have been experiencing here? Is there any?
Worst thing
that you don't like or make you difficult?
I don't like.
Make you difficult or think something like that?
Well, let me think. Not the worst. Please do not misunderstand. Not the worst. I try to join the experience of Ramadan. Not eating, not drinking, and it was and I have found I think I have made a great finding related to the Indonesian. Let me explain. First, as a foreigner, I thought the characteristic of Ramadan is not eating or not drinking, but I have found it's not the main thing. The important thing is the way of thinking, to keep the mind safe and keep the mind peaceful, not to get angry. And so I was greatly moved that eating or not drinking is very trivial, very artificial thing. It is a month for really praying and thinking things deeply, and it really made me really feel moved. Sorry, it's not. Sorry, you asked me about the bad experience, but it's not bad experience, not at all. But I wanted to share my findings as a foreigner.
Okay, now let's move to about Aots.
Yes.
Indonesian people need more understand using and utilize the EOTS for the useful of the country and their own benefits. Yeah. Could you tell us what is EOTS here in Indonesia mean?
Oh, it's a very deep question.
Yes.
It's difficult to answer in a word, but let's say the AOTS here in Indonesia is kind of has a special meaning, I think, and I can see it when I join the high activity, when I hear a lot of stories from the past Kwarakantors, but how AOTS is, let's say, well known among the Indonesian people, especially who has experience in Japan and the Japanese industry. And I think the AOTS greatly helped. we made a great help. We were kind of the great help for the development of Indonesian industrial sector, but and together with the help from HAI, we have developed, and based on our friendship, we have developed the Indonesian industrial field from each other point of view. And well, I rather want to ask Mr. Ali, how do you find AOTS role in Indonesia?
Okay, I think I'm one of the testimonial of the AOTS alumni and ex-trainees. I'm really surprised and very proud to be alumni of AOTS.
Thank you very much for that.
One, because there are so many friends who stay in very high position, like from the minister to someone like me from the very bottom. They stay in a high position here and very prestigious position, and we are really happy and very proud to be among with them. And the most different from others alumni that we are very close because of Japan culture, because of our experience in Japan. So they are united by that. And the other one is every time I think about Japan, and I'm very happy that there are so many things that I can learn, and surprising me. For example, we have Kaizen from Japan. Because of that, all the infrastructures relating to workshop change different, from dirty to clean, from bad views to beautiful. Now, because the transfer of technology, of Japanese technology, and now in the workshop it's very clean, very comfortable, very convenient to stay there because the transfer of technology from Japan. This is one. And second, I understand about the Toyota ways. That I am almost crying to hear that. When Toyota people think, they don't want to make a car, but they want to make people happy. Oh my God! Because there is thing that other people, car maker from all over the world, even German, do not think up to that point. They only make a good car, but Japanese not. They make other people very happy. So because of that, I'm coming here to dig out your information about the opportunity of Indonesian people, how to get opportunity learning from Japanese culture, Japanese technology, and Japanese anything in Japan that we feel very beneficial and very useful. So then what you offer now after pandemic to our people, to the young people, and how they can use the OTS for the opportunity to study in Japan.
Okay. Since the pandemic is almost hampir selesai, we are preparing so many. We are now under the arrangement of many various programs, even both in Indonesia and both in Japan. And for example, the actual seminar we are now under preparation is Digital Transformation Seminar to be held 22nd and 23rd August. That is still to be fixed, but that is our planning, and the teacher will come, the instructor will come from Japan, who is a kind of expert of digital transformation, and we will have 2 days program. And not only that, maybe in October, maybe after October, we will have a kind of followed program in Japan, so that they can it's not the obligation to, it's not limited to the participants of the participants in Jakarta, but anybody can apply as long as they are interested in, and they are and they are qualified, they can apply. And maybe in October or November, it's not fixed yet, but in winter time we are going to implement maybe 10 days or 2 days program for digital transformation, and that is the titled seminar I can introduce now. And not only that, we are still welcoming a lot of suggestion from Indonesian side, because during pandemic we could not implement enough seminars. So now we want to, let's say in a word, we want to bloom. It's a blooming period. So we are really welcoming so many requests. And for example, just before starting this session, Mr. Ali suggested to me about the public relations officer. That is really good. That is really good program, and I really appreciate it. And I will definitely suggest it to the headquarters. And also, I'd like to suggest the carbon neutral program, because carbon neutral is one of the big topic here in Indonesia. So carbon neutral program, and also, as you kindly mentioned, the kaizen or the productivity improvement or quality improvement, or those basic things. If Indonesia still interested in those basic learning, we can also prepare the seminar for that. But we are still, but we are wondering, is there anything more to learn? Because from my point of view, I think it's already widely spread in Indonesia. So maybe Aots cannot help you more. I don't know.
I think we have many experts on that.
Already
Indonesian people. We can do by management. They really realize consciousness of the importance of kaizen. So we don't need to spread it out. People now need it of that system. So anyway, Aots Jakarta will offer to the Indonesian people to come to study in Japan, as well as doing thing here in Jakarta, right? Okay, then if people want to more further to find the information, where do they go? Do you have your own?
Yes, we have our homepage, the Aots homepage, and so you can check especially the English homepage you can check. But unfortunately there is no Bahasa Indonesian homepage, and if you would like to know particular program just for Indonesia, I suggest to have a contact with HAI, because HAI is our counterpart for the Aots, the program. So I really ask for information to HAI for the recent information, and I try to share the recent information and always with HAI.
So what do you think from your side about Indonesia, in particular to as your partner in the world. Do you think it's important or middle important or not so important? From point of view that Indonesia has 270 million people and biggest in ASEAN. So do you think as big as the population here?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Why do you ask? Why do you ask it? Not important. Not important. Oh, of course, it is the most important here, and not only just because of population, but also our long relationship of history, the long history of the friendship. It's really special, and I think we are in a kind of next stage that not Japan give the program to Indonesia that Japan is doing this, so it is very good, so please copy us or something, not like that. What I think is that we are we will cooperate and we will create a new stage, I think. For example, the digital transformation program, I suggested to Japan that in Indonesia there are so many aspects which is already far ahead than Japan. Really, I'm really telling this. Like the people really make the best use of applications, and I say, while Japan is still using facsimile, fax and so many so many the hard copies and blah blah blah. But I really think I'm really moved by how speedy in your country the thing is, and so why I suggested in digital transformation program is, please make the best of the mixture of both merit. I want the participants to recognize the strengths of Indonesia, and the lecturer will introduce good example of Japan. So the participants can, let's say, in a sense, steal the idea, can get the best part of the Japanese example and mix it with Indonesian strengths and make better program, better project, or better action plan for them. And that is the next stage. So it's not like the one-way teaching anymore.
I saw in NHK program that here in Indonesia, even shopping in the rural area, they use digital finance payment.
Yes. And not only the payment, but I was very moved by how the Indonesian people controlling the information about the COVID-19. The vaccine information, the certificate, or PCR test result, or those kind of things. They are really doing good using digitalization. And sorry, I don't want to speak ill of Japan, but may I share my experience in Japan. I went back to Japan to get my second vaccination, and I wanted to get the certificate, and I had to apply it by post only. And the Japanese and the certificate came. It took nearly 10 days until I get the paper certificate, and by post. I had to get it by post, and so it's not digitalized, not at all.
That's the contrary here in Indonesia. I have experience when I check PCR and direct the result going to the head of the Ministry of Health, and Ministry of Health direct to the closest clinic and control every day to me, asking about the situation, and also the medicine sent to my house a day after.
So speedy, so quick.
I'm really surprised. That's the only I appreciate to my country, that one.
Not the only. But that's what I want to say. I was amazed by the speed. Speed. and maybe there must be trial and error, but you don't afraid of making trial and error. But and especially it fits the COVID-19, because in COVID-19 as for the protocol of kesehatan against COVID-19, the speedy decision is the most important.
Okay.
So it was very good. And
okay, in the last part, I would like to talk the conclusions of our meeting. Once again, that Aots is openly to all Indonesians who want to get some information and opportunity to study in Japan or in Indonesia as well. Then, what is your saying to our people regarding the new opportunity and the new challenge again in cooperation between Indonesia and Japan in this situation?
okay, I think that Japan now needs the kind of the cooperation from Indonesia, especially the people's especially the people's mindset really vitalize Japanese people as well. I think because your country has a very young average age. Average age. And as you know, the Japan's average age is older and older. And so average age, the young average age itself already has a power, and also you have such big population, and so which means that I really feel no wonder the startup in Indonesia is such powerful and attract so much attention from all over the world, even from Elon Musk. So what I want to say to the Indonesian people is that please use Aots program. It is not only that Japan wants to help you, but also it will be a great help for Japan as well. So please make the best of this opportunity, and we will appreciate if you kindly use this opportunity to get to know Japan further, not only getting but also giving. That's what I want to say.
Okay, how many Aots trainees already studied?
Indonesian people,
What, 20 or 20,000 something? Or?
It's also is it okay if I move?
Okay. Go ahead.
There's a number in ODA funded program. It is like the 23,295
people. That since from?
This is 19.
Okay.
And in Indonesia, almost 20.
Bigger. 19, So Aots is inviting people more than about 23,000 people. See, 1959, in Indonesia get almost 19,000 people. So the biggest number of Indonesian people who studied in Japan. And this is very great. Thank you very much for this.
And we also Japan also send the expert. Expert. It is 1,500 people came here. 100.
Since the beginning.
Since the
from
beginning.
Every kind of subjects.
Yes.
Great. Well, I think it's a very good number, and very happy to see that. And I think it is for Indonesian people, it is when we talk the era of globalization, of course this is the opportunity to use this acceleration Indonesia-Japan via Aots program.
Yes.
Okay, Saito-san, thank you very much for your time, and I do hope Aots will get good luck here in Indonesia, of course after pandemic. And we also would like to send our best regard to all of you here in Jakarta and our friend in Japan as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for me. Thank you very much,
Okay,
Alison.
thank you very much.